Just Mercy, the movie inspired by the true story of Bryan Stevenson and Walter McMillian.
Tell me everything that happened. The first time I visited death row, I wasn't expecting to meet somebody the same age as me. From a neighborhood just like ours. Could have been me, Mama.
But what you're doing is gonna make a lot of people upset.
You always taught me to fight for the people who need the help the most.
The lawyer Bryan Stevenson is played by Michael B. Jordan,
We all need mercy.
while the wrongfully convicted black man Walter McMillian, also known as Johnny D, is played by Jamie Foxx.
You don't know what you're into down here in Alabama when you're guilty from the moment you're born.
Oh yeah, Captain Marvel's in the movie as well as like the white ally. She's pretty good. I like her. Her name's Brie Larson.
When I got a call from a Harvard lawyer looking to start a legal center for inmates on death row, I was in before he even offered me the job.
Is this a movie review or a movie breakdown? I'll let you decide. What's up, guys? I'm Jamal Nolan, back with another episode of Culture Breakdown. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and bell notification because I bring you the why behind the success of the most influential black people in our culture every single Tuesday. I've been saying this for the last few weeks, guys, but please leave a comment down below letting me know what you want me to break down next because I have been taking your suggestions and making videos out of them. This video was suggested by this subscriber. I don't even know how to pronounce the name, so I won't butcher it. Guys, I'm trying to be the YouTuber that I would want to watch. So I think it'd be really cool if like YouTubers I enjoy watching took some of my suggestions and made videos about it. So that's why I take your suggestions and I implement them into my video strategies right away. Also, guys, we are almost at 400 subscribers. That's crazy to me. Thank you guys for all the support. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you like this content. So the first thing you want to know about movies in general is character introduction is a major part of any great movie. And in my opinion, Just Mercy sets up the two characters, Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan, incredibly. In just the first 5 minutes of this movie, you can spot the brilliance of Jamie Foxx and his performance.
Y'all got me confused with somebody now. I ain't got you confused with nobody.
He's a scared black man cornered by a ton of white police officers on a back road in Alabama. You can feel the fear in his voice, his body language. You can just absolutely tell that he's terrified for his life. And as a black man myself, these are some of the same type of fears that I share just driving around on a day-to-day basis. And Jamie Foxx encapsulates this perfectly just in the first 5 minutes of the movie. So now he's arrested right away for a crime that he swears he didn't commit. More about that later. Then they introduce us to him being arrested, he's locked up, and they mention something that I thought was kind of odd. They mentioned To Kill a Mockingbird. Why? Why would they bring that up? That has no relevance to the movie, or so you think. We're gonna get more on that later. Just in my observation though, I found out that this To Kill a Mockingbird reference is a big deal. And it's pretty awesome, and I think this might be one small little hint that most people missed if they ever seen this movie. Now, the character introduction for Michael B. Jordan is phenomenal. He comes into this setting where he's kind of like a scared, young, timid intern from Harvard. He's come down to Alabama, and he's a scared intern on death row. You can see right away that he's nervous, but you can also see right away that he cares. And that's a big part of who he is as a character and who he is as a person. He's a loving, caring lawyer. You don't get too many of those. Now, Michael B. Jordan's first meeting with Jamie Foxx doesn't go the way that he thinks it was gonna go.
I'm gonna do everything possible to keep them from taking it.
You don't know what you're into down here in Alabama when you're guilty from the moment you're born.
God,
Mr. McMillian.
we done here.
Mr. McMillian, please.
Johnny D really wasn't interested in hearing any of this hoopla. He was down on his luck. He felt like everything had been done for him already, and there was nothing that Bryan could do to change his situation. But even in that encounter, you can tell that Michael B. Jordan cared. Michael B. Jordan examines his case and he determines that Johnny D was innocent. He went and met with his entire family. And when he met with his entire family, like, it's crazy the type of stuff that they told him. The family was like, we know for a fact that he's not guilty. And here's why.
How many of you all were with Walter that morning?
Isn't that crazy? Like, they are railroading this man. Nobody white that's in this town seems to care that they have the wrong person. Long as they have a person in custody, that's all that matters to the white people in this town. So here's why the To Kill a Mockingbird reference was so important. This whole thing takes place in Monroeville, Alabama, where the author of To Kill a Mockingbird wrote To Kill a Mockingbird. Why does that matter to the movie? The reason why that matters to the movie is because, like Atticus Finch, the main character of To Kill a Mockingbird, Michael B. Jordan, Bryan Stevenson, is tasked with defending an innocent black man in a town full of white people who only care about a conviction. They don't care if it's right, wrong, or indifferent. All they want to do is convict a black man and put him on death row. The same situation that Atticus Finch dealt with is the same situation that Bryan Stevenson dealt with. The only difference is Atticus Finch was a fictional character while Bryan Stevenson fought for inmates on death row in real life. He's a major hero in our civil rights movement. That was a really cool little tidbit that they threw in the movie, kind of like a tip of the hat, a homage to that movie, that reference, that time frame. In this movie, you kind of get a chance to see the death row inmates' relationship, how they deal with being on death row. Like, can you imagine having like a situation where you have a death date? Like, it's tough, man. And there's a guy in the movie that he doesn't win the case for. Like, he doesn't even get any kind of extensions or stay on his death, and he dies. And it's extremely, extremely hard to watch. Like, it's real sad, man. It's a real tearjerker at that moment. It really is. That's what I really love about this movie is it has all the layers. It's a real life story. So include the different layers to get you emotionally bought in. So obviously it has the typical, he's gonna have ups and downs. He's gonna face difficulties, but that's just real life. That's just the way it is in our life. And what I really love about this movie, and if you want to take a principle away from it, is he never gave up. Bomb threats, no cooperation from white lawyers, police officers, this person, that person. He wasn't getting anywhere. But he never gave up on his dream, and he never gave up on his clients. That's something that we can all use in our day-to-day lives, is just never giving up. No matter how high the odds are stacked against us, we can still succeed. Just like us on this YouTube journey, like, yo, it's tough on YouTube, and it seems like the odds are stacked against you, but if you never give up, you'll never fail. Another small principle that I would like to point out is Michael B. Jordan had a phenomenal team around him. Small, but a great team around him that was able to pull strings here and there. That's just one of the key principles that I always preach about on this channel, which is having a great team. Also, solidarity, friendship, and faith is a heavy theme in this movie, and it's also something that can carry you a long way in life, especially when times get bad. One of my favorite things about this movie is the transformation of Jamie Foxx. He started as somebody who was hopeless, he didn't care, he was angry, and he absolutely had no faith in the justice system or in Michael B. Jordan. But as you watch this movie, you can watch him evolve from that to having faith in just the littlest things. Like, they lost a trial and he told Michael B. Jordan, like, man, this is great. Like, just hearing this news, just hearing him recant his statements and saying I wasn't guilty is more than enough for me. Like, you've done so much for me, and just in that little bit, even if I never get free, you've done a lot for me. And I just love watching the transformation of that character. If you watch really closely, it's phenomenal. And why I really love that is, it just tells the true story of life. We all can make that kind of change. We can go, like, if you're watching this video, you're not currently in prison on death row. So life could be worse. Absolutely could be worse for you. So you can go from where you are to where you want to be in life. Just like Jamie Foxx or Johnny D did in real life. Like, just never give up hope and always have faith in yourself and know that change can come. This entire case was based off of one eyewitness who eventually recanted his statement. And I heard somewhere that 73% of eyewitness testimonies from back in the day, once DNA evidence was admitted into crime scenes, 73% of those cases were overturned. And I can only shudder to imagine how many of those people were black people. And how many of those people never got a chance to get off death row. This movie serves as a real life example of some of the injustice that black people have been going through for years and is currently going through now. It's tough for us to just deal with this type of stuff. So that's what I really appreciated about this movie. It's kind of just seeing how with persistency and tenacity that you can get it done. That something can be done and change can happen. Bryan Stevenson went on to free plenty of people from prison. And the way this movie ends is just incredible. Anyway, that was a quick breakdown on Just Mercy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you've never seen the movie, please go check it out. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I am knocking out banger content, yo. So please join the crew. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Until next week, I'm out.